Okay. So the first question I have for you is pretty general. How did you get into the show?
So my first introduction to what this show is about is I recall when I was doing my master's program in Chicago, I was waiting at my school bus stop, and I saw this huge like advertisement of Game of Thrones. I think it was Ned Stark, posing with a big sword. I had no clue at that point what this show was about, and I was a student at that time, didn't have the budget to have a smart TV and all that to even check out what the show was about. So and once I graduated, I got the job in San Francisco, and I would say it was mostly hearing from my friends, hey, there's this cool show called Game of Thrones, so why don't you check it out? So that's when we stopped by, we gathered at our friend's place and then started watching a couple of episodes, and then me recommending it to a few other friends, hey, this show is cool. So it was like mostly word of mouth, me hearing, appreciating what the show is about, and then spreading it to other friends. And that's how we formed this, group where we would gather every week at a particular friend's house, and then basically, having a Game of Thrones viewing party.
Interesting. I'm wondering if you could elaborate on that. We asked you in the screener how exactly you watched the show, and it sounds like it was a combination. Sometimes it was alone, sometimes with your wife, sometimes with friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd love to hear a little bit about the differences in that experience. If you remember there being any, was there a difference between, say, just binging it alone or watching with a group or like just one other person?
Oh, yeah. This is interesting. So I think it's hard to pick which experience was the best because I've enjoyed all three different sorts of experiences. So me binge watching alone was interesting in one way because I am a person, no matter what my critical thinking and analytical thinking skills are, whenever I watch a movie or a TV show, I would want the director to tell me a story, and I just blank my mind out. I don't want to guess what the remaining part of the story would be. Let's say if I start a movie or an episode, I wouldn't try to guess what would happen at the end. I want the director to take me forward what the story would be about. So considering that's my rationale for watching a movie or a TV show, I enjoy that experience. Hey, let the director take me through the story. Watching, let's say if I watch an episode with my wife is totally opposite. She would start 10 minutes through the show. She would try to guess who was going to murder who and what would happen at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
So she most of the time, 95% of the time, she doesn't try to, she wouldn't ruin the experience for me. But sometimes she's like, hey, I figured the show, this guy might die at the end,
Yeah.
Those things may happen. But yeah, I enjoyed watching the show with my wife as well. She was also equally interested, except the part where some of the gory, murder scenes would come through, and I don't think she was able to handle pretty well as I used to do.
Yeah.
And then watching in a group is interesting because the before the show starts, it was nice to gather with all the friends and just talk about what went through the week and just talk about their share what happened in our personal lives and everything.
Yeah.
And when the show starts, I think that one of the biggest challenges I used to have was, I would say, let's say there are a group of 10 people, not everyone in the group would be at the same interest level or same level in terms of knowledge, into the characters, into the show, and all that. They might or might not have watched the show. So it was